So I had a couple of customers this week come in and ask me to pick out wines, and I asked what they wanted to drink, and they qualified it by saying, "Oh, it's for a woman." And I don't even really know what that means, because just because you're a woman doesn't mean you don't have a good palate for something. And so this little rant that I have is for the ladies. I think that whiskey sometimes gets construed as just a big boys club, and same with a lot of spirits, and I don't think that is true at all. Some women I know have really good appreciation and palates to drink single malt and all kinds of cocktails, and so I really want to make a point to people who are really ignorant in what good wine or good whiskey or good cocktails means to people. And it's not about being a woman or being a man. Just because I'm a man doesn't mean I'm not going to come home and make up like a basil gimlet with some basil and some gin, or come home and make a pisco sour with citrus and maybe throw in some nutmeg or something like that. Like, it's not an exclusive club by any means. So I would encourage anybody who wants to come in and learn about whiskey from us, or learn about making cocktails, to come and talk and start a dialogue. 'Cause I'm really excited to talk about stuff that we have on the shelf and talk about different cocktails that we can make. And especially if you're a girl who has all of these guys in her life who like whiskey, come in and ask us anything you want to know. We'll talk about it all day, and I think that would be really interesting. You can impress a guy on a date with a little bit of single malt knowledge, or if you're interested in drinking something, come in, we'll talk about it. We'll send you home with something neat, or tell you where to go to find a good cocktail.
What would you give to a girl who wanted whiskey? What if a guy came in and said, "I want to give my lady a whiskey"? What would you give her?
I would ask what kind of whiskey he wanted to drink. We would, I think I would start with anybody with a new whiskey, or new to whiskey. I would give them probably a Speyside malt for single malt, something rich and nice, and that's just kind of where to start for everybody, regardless of if you're a boy or a girl. That's where I started, drinking Macallan. That's kind of a starting place. I think we'll go with a Glendronach, but something rich and spicy and lush. We could do a lighter bourbon too. I think that would be really good starting place to kind of see what bourbon's about, all that vanilla, all that caramel, all that hot.
So you think that there's no such thing as a guy whiskey or a girl whiskey? It's just whiskey, like just certain accessible flavors speak to people in general, not any particular sex.
No, I don't think because you're a girl you have a different palate, and I don't think if you're a guy you automatically like the most gnarly, smokiest whiskeys. I think it's all about where your palate is personally, and where your evolution along enjoying whiskey has gone.